Welcome to Sad Sangat Astrology YouTube channel. I am back with the video about the Aries new moon, April 17, 2026. Just to give you the vibration of the moon cycle. And I am a professional consulting astrologer, and I offer private and confidential consultations as well as classes and other courses. Especially, I offer foundations of astrology course. You can visit my blog where I have all the offers and how I work. You can also read about clients' opinions and feedback. My blog website is Satsanga the Astrologer, Astrology, Satsanga the Astrology .blogspot.com. Okay, so here later on I'll give you my contact information as well and social media and such. But now I would like to talk about this stellium that we have in Aries. I think is very exceptional, very rare. If there was one stellium long time ago, it hasn't never been this populated because there are 8 bodies, orbiting bodies in Aries. And it's very difficult to find a balance because all the energy is focused on the sign of Aries. There are some energies in Taurus and a few. There is Jupiter in Cancer and Pluto in Aquarius, but everything is concentrated in that sign of Aries, where whichever house in your chart is Aries, that will be where you are initiating something, and it's very, very powerful, especially with the presence of Saturn. It's probably you're starting something that will last, and it will require patience as well, discipline, hard work, etc. So here is the chart. I wanted to show you how it looks because the first planet facing the biggest empty space in the chart is Pluto. And well, what you are wondering, what does that mean? Well, having Pluto being the first planet facing this big space in the chart means that everything that we start generates transformation. A deep death and rebirth, meaning that whatever we start, we initiate, it will be a complete change in our lives. And as you already probably realized, the whole world and the whole humanity is starting a new cycle. And this is represented by all this energy in the sign of Aries, where that represents the first sign of the zodiac. And we recently had Saturn Neptune there, creating a new reality, imagining the structures of a new reality. And if you think about it, all these planets have conjunctions. So we have not only the conjunction, the moon with the sun, which is one cycle. Of course, the moon started cycles like every month with each of these planets. Neptune Mercury, Mars, Saturn, Chiron, 6, and Aries as well. It's not on this chart, but Aries, the goddess of chaos and discord, is also there. So there are 7, and with the sun 8 conjunctions the moon has made before arriving to the conjunction with the sun. So the moon is the carrier of the energy. It is the transit of the moon that triggers events or actions. So we had then just the moon generating 7 beginnings. Of course, the moon does every month, but we also had Mercury started a new cycle with Neptune. Then it will start another cycle with Mars and Saturn. It will have another cycle with Chiron and another with Aries. So that is 5 more beginnings plus the 7 beginnings the moon made. Um, then we have Mars making another cycle, starting another cycle with Neptune, right? So that will be 12. Mars starts a cycle with Saturn, 13, and Mars will start another cycle with Chiron and with Aries. So we have 15 beginnings in just a few days in April. 15 beginnings in the sign of Aries. So if you are doubting about beginning something, so think twice, because you want it or not, you will have a new beginning in this house. So, and I will summarize: if Aries is your first house, you will start something in your own being, maybe your appearance, the way you behave, the way you present yourself to the world. It could be a new beginning, new beginnings in your health, in the way you uh, decide to conduct your life, and so many new decisions. If Aries is your second house, then new beginnings related to how you make money, how you spend money, how you acquire resources, and how you are a good steward of your resources. Third house, Aries, is about communications. You start new things related to communications, to your relationship with your environment. If it could be that your siblings have a new start of some sort. If Aries is the fourth house in your chart, then new beginnings in your home, your house, I don't know, maybe you're remodeling, you're moving, you are selling, you're buying a new house. It could be new beginnings in your family or your family members. If Aries is your fifth house, then new beginnings regarding your children. Maybe you get pregnant, or you start something related to your children, or you begin a new creation and you renew, or you decide to have a new beginning in your creativity, your business. For example, making a business of a hobby or something that you do for entertainment, for example. If Aries is the sixth house of your chart, then the new beginning could be about new routines in your life, a new diet, or getting a new pet or new pets, new beginnings regarding your health care. If it is the seventh house, then it's new beginnings regarding your partner. It could be your life partner, your associate, your business partner, and even the way you relate to other people. If then if Aries is the eighth house in your chart, then new beginnings regarding how you share your resources and how you trust your own energy. It could be new beginnings in relationship to financial institutions, new beginnings regarding mortgage, taxes, and all kinds of investments and such. If Aries is your ninth house, then your new beginnings are in the expansion, the growth in your life, how you learn new things, your cultural background. You can start high level studies like going to college or traveling abroad or long distances just to learn, to expand your world. If Aries is your 10th house, then it's all about new beginnings in your career, your profession. For example, if you just graduated from college, then you begin a new job from your career. If Aries is the 11th house, then your new beginnings are related to groups of friends, to your dreams, your projects for the future. And it could be also, for example, the earnings that you make from your career, and also new beginnings associated with benefactors that can help you. If Aries is your 12th house, then new beginnings regarding your spiritual life, or in seclusion. For example, some people may go to prison, other people may decide to go on a retreat or to travel to an island and have a sabbatic year or something, a new beginning far away from your normal way of life. And it could be also new beginnings regarding your past, regarding your family lineage, and your inheritance from, also it could be psychological discoveries, etc. So this is about how this could apply to you. Remember, believe it or not, want it or not, something very big is starting in the house occupied by the sign of Aries. So this new moon is at the end of the sign, so it's something that you probably have been thinking about already, and probably preparing for it as well. It is in a tight conjunction with Chiron, and it may bring up vulnerability traits in your personality and your life. And also it is conjunct Aries, which is the goddess of chaos and discord. So there might be a sense of rebellion, and also feelings of having been rejected and not considered, not taken into account, and such. So the ruler of Aries is in Aries, is in between Mercury, Venus, and Saturn. So they are Mercury, Mars, and Saturn are conjuncting at 7 degrees in a few days after the new moon, around the 19. Let's see, is yeah, it's over the following week. And this conjunction, as you see, it lasts for a few days because it's forming already. But it will perfect at 7 degrees of Aries. So if you have any planets, points, angles at 7 degrees of cardinal signs, then you will experience this conjunction more strongly. What else? There is a lot to say about this because, for example, Mars is in tight sextile with Pluto, which makes this new moon even more powerful. It's an opportunity to empower yourself to start. And a sextile between Mars and Pluto gives you the hump, the energy, the see if you want this mm, boost of energy in order to get what you want. So there is a certain level of selfishness because all this energy in Aries. But with the presence of Neptune, we are starting to experience a level of dissolution of the selfishness and egocentric energy. So this will help to moderate a little bit. Also, Saturn, even though it's not working very well there, and is trying to put a break to all this impulsivity. Saturn in Aries is not that strong. And the other thing is that these planets are invisible still. So until the month of May, they are invisible. So they are working powerfully, but behind the scenes. So something that and as usual, when you have conjunctions or starting a new cycle, you really have the seed in the ground. So you don't see the tree. You just imagine that the tree will come out, but it's the seed. So it's something that we don't yet see what is going to result. So we are just starting like a little seed, in the ground. Um, okay, so other than that, this new moon is pretty straightforward. There is no balance whatsoever. Because there's nothing in Libra, there's nothing in Capricorn, there's Jupiter in Cancer, but it has already, the moon has already passed the square to Jupiter hours before. So what happens is that there is an imbalance of energy. So it's all go, 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 and impulsivity and assertiveness and decision making, but there is no opposition. There is um, nothing in Libra that can say, well, let's do this have a fairness, have a balance, have a give and take. No, it's all me, me, me. And there's no opposition on the other side. So there is very imbalance of energy. Now, the other thing that is going on is Kalsarpa Yoga. This is the configuration by which all the traditional seven planets are hostage between the nodes. As you see, here is the nodal axis, and all the traditional planets are on this side. And this is the configuration that called Kalsarpa Yoga. This is an astrological configuration that traps the energy of the planets. It has actually begun March 14, but with Mercury in Pisces retrograde, it broke and finally reformed to be active between March 23rd and July the 10th, 2026 for 5 months. And during those months, the moon comes out of the Kalsarpa Yoga for 2 weeks and comes back. And during this period, all the planets' positive energies are trapped, and their ability to manifest bad results increases. So this configuration may hinder growth and positive accomplishments, and increases blocks and difficulties achieving things and goals. It has the potential for confinement or severe restrictions to activities on the zodiacal houses the planets occupy on your natal chart. So, if you remember, a similar configuration was active between 2020 and 2021 during the time of the lockdown. So, there's a lot of things that are starting, but it will take a long time before we can manifest the good results. And possibly at least at the world level, at the mundane level, we will see actually negative manifestations of these beginnings. Especially with all the wars that are going on. I don't see a respite from the war or its consequences. Unfortunately, with all this Aryan energy and Mars in Aries, so it's a war that started with a square to Uranus, Mars in at the end of Aquarius, triggering the solar eclipse point, remember, and square Uranus. So just by the nature of this war is intermittent, meaning that Uranus makes coming and going. So it will be periods of attacks and bombardments and aggressiveness and conflict. There were other periods of truce and interruption of the war. That doesn't mean that it stops, as you have been seen during the last month, right? There are stops and go, stop and go, stop and go. Is because Mars started this war in square with Uranus. So that's the main feature of this war is this feature, the stop and go, stop and go, stop and go, and who knows how long it will last. As I said, the energy of Aries is I do whatever I want because it's all about me, and that is being reflected on unfortunately the person who decided to go to work to war, who said, I do whatever I want, right? And this is typical in Aries energy. especially on the bad side of the energy, because Aries can be very focused on self and very courageous, even heroic, and very determined to go and do it without being aggressive or without tampering on other people. So it is not necessary that Aries energy is always negative. But it comes to the mundane astrology, it's usually reflected in a negative way, but it's just the mundane. It's not uh, people with energy in Aries don't necessarily go to war, right? Or are always in conflict, but they are very courageous, very strong in their determination, and they also assert themselves as I am, right? Aries is the I am of the zodiac. So there is a time to assert ourselves and make sure that you don't go to such extremes of being um, not regarding the other, right? So of course this is a transit to your personal chart. It depends if you have cardinal energy, the way that it will affect your life. But just remember that having all the planets on one side of the axis, the nodal axis, has the potential for restrictions to activities and achievements and accomplishments. So whatever we want to start, it will take some time. So one of the things, and the reason why I put the declinations here is because Jupiter has been contra parallel to Pluto for a few days already, maybe a couple of weeks already. And this represents the power struggles. It's like an opposition between Jupiter and Pluto, which is Pluto is the power and Jupiter magnifies, right? By opposition, by contra-parallel. It's similar to an opposition. Other than that, there is no out of bounds. But what else can I say about this? Well, Uranus is at the very, very end of Taurus, just saying goodbye. So think about the last 7 years. Over the last 7 years, what has been your experience related to the house occupied by Taurus? What have been stop and going there? So have you learned new things? Have you changed things? It depends. I've had clients with Uranus transiting the fourth house, for example. They have moved multiple times during the 7 years. And they have this instability in the home front, instability with family members and relationships with family members, and like stop and go kind of thing. And is ready to enter the new house of a Gemini. So in this house, you will have the same thing, instability, changes, coming and going, and radical changes sometimes. So look at the themes of the new house of Gemini to see what instability you will experience and what areas of your experience, what areas of your life. Um, okay, so next I would like to show you the waxing square of this cycle. And as you see here, it's a T square. The moon at 3 degrees of Leo and sun at 3 degrees of Taurus, and uh, both in contact with Pluto at 5 Aquarius. So if you have something in Scorpio, you may have a grand square, which will push you to make changes. As always, squares are aspects of action. So you can expect a crisis in action at every waxing square, especially the moon. So this is a very powerful day. So keep it in mind, April 23rd. What else is happening? Well, Venus and Uranus are conjunct. So other than the waxing square, Mercury and Uranus and Taurus can be associated with instability in the markets, in the financial arena, problems with banks, bankruptcies, and problems with money. So at the personal level, it might be that you meet a person and you fall in love, like all of a sudden with a person that you would never had considered before, right? So be careful. Be careful. But just to show you that the new moon was in a cardinal sign, but all the other stages of the moon, the square and the full moon, and then the waning square will be in fixed signs. So it will be hard to change. It will be difficult to make changes, but they will be forced changes, because usually with fixed signs we don't want to change. So, and the other thing is that fixed signs are have this level of stability that we don't want to break. So I think the rest of the moon cycle will be difficult to bear for most of us, especially those of us who want to have a stable life and happy life, and or we have a stable life, and all of a sudden we need to make changes because we are forced to do them, to make them. So it's passing the square to Pluto, but still kind of in a square, you see here. And the other thing is that Mars is applying to the square to Jupiter. Now, here, I think the last quarter square, 19 degrees of Aquarius, is very significant in many ways, because Venus is out of bounds. So Venus in Gemini is kind of fickle, is it's very unstable in her desires, and it probably will be of two opinions on the same thing. So markets and the money could be unstable as well. And it's in a trine, so um, I don't know. We will need to see. So the moon is out of the Kalsarpa Yoga. But remember, anything that you start, it will start with a transformation. Like something we need to let go, and in order to start something new. Um, what else? Oh yeah. So Venus will be out of bounds from May 5th to June 8th. So write it down and remember that it will be out of bounds. I will explain in future videos regarding the moon cycle. I will explain what Venus out of bounds mean or may mean. So I really appreciate your visiting and taking the time to listening to my interpretation and my ideas regarding this new moon in Aries. Here is my contact information, and I am also write a blog satsanga.astrology.blogspot.com, but here is my email where you can contact me. And I also have a Substack account. It's called Doriferous. I will write it down in the description box below this video. So I would appreciate if you participate in the conversation and give me your ideas about this new moon, and what is it that you see in its energy, and maybe how do you expect to get a new start in your life. So good luck with everything, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.